just a quick reminder. If you're given these two equations here, this one and this one, you're asked to make x the subject. So here, if you look at the top one, x only appears in one place. So you only need to get rid of, take away 5p from, move the 5p over here, move the 8b over here, and then later on divide both sides by this bit here. So basically, you would get rid of these two, okay, and then you would deal with this later on. Now, if you look at the second equation here, if you're asked to make x the subject, here x appears in here, x appears here. In the second equation, x appears in two places. So what you had to do is you had to factorize. The top one you don't need to factorize because x only appears in one place. Here, it appears in two places. So what you do, you get rid of this one first, and that now look at this term and look at this term. X appears in two places, so you can then factorize. Watch this. X appears here and x appears here. So when you factorize, the two, you've got 2x. It becomes 1. Can you see that here? Now you can visualize it as one bubble times another bubble. Okay, so now here you've got 2x's here, and now you've got 1x. So when you have an equation when you have an equation with x appearing in more than one place, the chances are you will have to factorize. Up here, you don't need to factorize. Just get rid of this, and then divide both sides by 7a. While in the second one here, get rid of this, and then here x appears here, factorize. Okay? So now something new. Let's give you this one here. Hang on. Give you this one here. So now visualize this as square rooting. At the moment, you're square rooting a bubble. Okay? Within this bubble, there's another bubble, and well, basically there are two bubbles here. Okay? But the important thing is visualize it as this one bubble. Okay, so remember, you're trying to make x the subject. You know that x appears in two places, so you know the chances are you will have to factorize. So what you have to do is visualize it like this. Now square both sides. So now it becomes this, and what's left is just the bubble. Okay, ax minus 4. Now visualize it like this. You've got one bubble divided by this long bubble here. Okay, so now times both sides by this bubble here, because at the moment you've got two layers, the top layer and the bottom layer. So when you times this, when you get rid of the bottom bubble, you're going to have one layer. Okay, so times both sides by this bottom bubble here. So it would be y squared bracket ax minus 4. Close it off, and equals 3x. Okay, so now x, keep an eye on x, because that's what you're trying to make the subject. So now x is stuck in this bubble here. So you've got to multiply it out. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Multiply. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, so multiply, get this and multiply it with this. So it would be this, y squared ax, okay? And now get this, take away this. So sorry, get this times this. So it would be y squared 4y squared. Sorry, hang on. Let me start again. Sorry. So get this times this. So it would be 4y squared, okay, and then on this side is 3x. Now keep an eye on x here and here, okay. So get them on one side. So I can see there's a minus here, so I'm going to plus this. So I'm in effect moving this to this side here, okay. If I were to take the other route where I move this, where I move this over the other side and leave this one here, then you're going to get a minus here. I'm just looking ahead, so I know that looking at this here, I can see this is a minus. So I'm going to move this across here, and then later on move this across here. Well, anyway, let's say you're here, okay? So now add 4y squared to both sides. So you're going to have this. You're going to have y squared ax, and then remember we're adding 4y squared to both sides. So take this down, and then add 4y squared to this side. Okay. Now try and get all the x's on one side and all the rubbish on the other side. So take away 3x on both sides. The 3x here. So y squared a squared, take away 3x, and then over here it's just this. And now you can see all the x's are on one side and rubbish on the other side. Now x appears in here and here, so let's factorize. So you have this squared a, and then minus 3 bracket 4y squared. Okay, now divide both sides by the brackets. So it will be x here, and then 4y squared all over y squared a minus 3. Okay, so you've made x the subject. But the important part is when you're here, visualize it as a bubble here, and then square it. When you square it, it becomes this. It's a lot neater, and then you can take it from there. Okay, so even though you have y equals square root blah 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 blah, just square both sides. Okay.